What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to talk about inflation and what it means to you. Keep watching if you're interested. All right, so you've been hearing all this buzzword about inflation and the rate of inflation and how it's out of control and going crazy and we're printing money and blah, 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 and this is so hard. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. You see, inflation is something that I was talking about for a long time. In fact, in the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, when we started the relief efforts and we were printing money to help people that were suffering through job loss or loss of income because of the lockdowns, what we knew was coming was inflation. There's just no way around it. When you print money, you're going to devalue that money. And so essentially, inflation is how much the power of a dollar is worth. So for example, if you had $1,000 in the bank last year, that $1,000 would have had $1,000 worth of buying power. But because we've had an inflation rate of around 5% this year, that $1,000 sitting in your bank now has the buying power of $950. So you essentially lost $50 worth of buying power from your $1,000 sitting in the bank. That sucks, right? So how can you protect yourself against inflation and how can you use it to your advantage? Well, first of all, as wholesalers, we trade in real estate. Now, thankfully, real estate is one of those vehicles that is protected against inflation. Why? Because it rises with inflation. You see, the price of a house has dramatically increased just this last year because of inflationary pressure. So if you had in fact had that $1,000 in a house, instead of just sitting liquid in your bank, the purchasing power of that $1,000 would probably be worth around $1,400 today. So you see how that works? $1,000 sitting liquid in your bank 1 year ago could today buy you $950 worth of goods. Whereas if it was in a vehicle that protected against inflation, that $1,000 would be worth around $1,400. So guys, that's why real estate is such an amazing opportunity for people. And in fact, people of high net worth need to meet you. They need to understand what you do as a wholesaler, how you're out there finding properties at a deep discount, and how that deep discount could not only be leveraged for their profits, but also protect their capital that's just sitting in the bank, losing value every single day. You've heard Grant Cardone say cash is trash. Now, I don't necessarily believe that statement, but what I do think is he was trying to impart the idea that having cash in the bank is literally like having trash. You should be putting that cash to work for you and you should be protecting it against inflation. So if you have any high value relatives or you know any high value people, or if you're a new wholesaler and you're out there having conversations with potential buyers, have an understanding of how real estate can protect that capital against inflation and how they can hedge that bet so that they can protect their buying power in the future. If you are sitting on liquid money, I would say now is the time to put that cash into some real estate investment. I'm not a big crypto guy, so I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to go buy Bitcoin. But what I can tell you is that all of my investments in real estate since the crash have returned exponentially, and they continue to return exponentially. So being in real estate, there's never been a better time. There is a housing shortage out there. The inventory is low and the demand is super high, super high. Get out there, start talking to motivated sellers and protect your cash against inflation through real estate assets. Guys, if you like this video, do me a favor and leave me a comment in the comment section. And also, if you have any thoughts about inflation or how it's been affecting you and your life, if you've noticed that the price of bacon has gone up or whatever it is in your specific circumstance and how you've seen inflation impact you, do me a favor and leave me a comment in the comment section so I can understand more from your perspective of how inflation has been affecting you in your life. And until the next one, guys, I'll see you then.